It's the purpose of our being here. It's the purpose of our lives. We started the show before we had children. This room was our synagogue and our social hall, just everything. It was all in this room.
I remember meeting you.
I remember meeting you too.
It was very different than it is today.
We are a 3-generation family. My mother-in-law loves to come here from Paris. My father loves to come when he comes. My mother loved to come here. My husband loves it. I love it. My son loves it.
Coming here from a very early age, my parents not only were members, but became friends with Rabbi Shiner and Dini. And then I became friends with their daughters, and now my daughters are becoming friends with their daughters.
Sterling's been coming here since he's been in his carriage, and I know he feels at home here.
Do you remember in the sanctuary, this was our only building, and we used to have to really quickly, a Don Alum would hit, and then we would have to make it into a kiddish room. And whether you were wearing 6-inch heels or not, like you were helping. And to see what it's grown into.
We've seen generations here at the synagogue in 31 years. They were the original founders. And then you fast forward and these young professionals and kids, and you think about the fact that the seeds that they planted flourished into this very dynamic and diverse community.
When Sam introduced himself, he had so much chutzpah, so out there and funny. So I said, please sit next to me.
Recently, I had the privilege of marrying a couple, Sam and Elizabeth. One of the nice anecdotes that they tell is how they met at the YJP Shabbat dinner. She admired his watch, and he said, why don't you try it on? And she was a little taken aback. But when she tried it on, he said to her, you know, I always wanted to give this to my wife.
And I looked at my friends almost jokingly, like, I'm gonna marry this man. You know, Rabbi Shiner spoke about it at our wedding. And he said, what a beautiful symbol that the first thing Sam gave you was his time. It was just so meaningful to us to have somebody marry us that knew us, knew we are each other's besheret.
They brought in the perfect team of rabbis.
It's a phenomenal team, and it's so well thought out. Each person that's come in is purposeful and has their own area of expertise. Rabbi Label is extraordinarily special, and we're very, very grateful to him for being Sterling's bar mitzvah tutor. He met with him twice a week, trying to make up for the fact that he wasn't able to go to Jewish school.
They're constantly investing in the future, and there's lifelong learning all the way through, and it's done in the highest quality way.
It's just so much fun, not just for the child, but for the parent too, and that's what makes it so interesting.
There's something for everyone here.
Yeah, there's something for everyone.
Everyone of every age, of every stage.
Shul involvement can be as much as you want. And you can make things up. So like when my youngest was born, I said, we need an Ima in me. We need to take these little tiny babies and give them the Yiddishkeit that they are so craving.
We also tried to sponsor a few events, one especially in the honor of my late mother-in-law, because she used to love ice skating, and there's an ice skating event that really happens around Hanukkah.
One of the projects I'm working on is expanding our current Jewish day school, which is a junior K through 8th grade program, through high school. Because I understood the value of Jewish education, of authentic, deep, rich, high quality Jewish education from my experiences here, I said this is something that we need to have in our community.
Something that I really want to provide to my children is a proud place to be Jewish.
And I think with everything that's happened the past few years, thankfully, Liz and I were already connected to the synagogue. I remember Simchat Torah. We were out in the streets right afterwards with Torahs walking the streets of Palm Beach, and I was just like, this just feels right. You know, we're standing up for ourselves. And I think a lot of Jewish people weren't necessarily proud to be Jewish. And for Liz and I think we never felt prouder.
It's not enough to say anymore, I'm Jewish, because I had a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, or I went to Israel on birthright. You need to know your why. And this place gives you your why and helps you understand that why, and you can take that with you into the world and be a proud Jew anywhere you go.
Yeah. And that even stems to the college students who said, you know, we need to do something to arm them with information about Israel and the facts and to feel like someone cares about them. So all I did was call Dini, and literally within an hour, we made this whole care package program happen to show, while you might not be in Palm Beach at the moment, you're on your college campus and we care about you, and the shul is here for you with whatever you need. It doesn't get any better than that, than making sure that the Jewish nation everywhere knows that they're cared for.
Everyone can get involved. Everyone can make a difference. And I have to say that as the rabbi and as the rebbitzin, we see behind the scenes how much love and goodness people bring to the synagogue, how many good deeds go on, how much kindness. And it's truly inspiring every single day to witness that. There isn't a day that goes by that we're not inspired by someone or something that is absolutely remarkable.
Yeah. Do you feel like we're like at the precipice of another part? You look back and say, oh, remember when? And now it's like, it's time.
Right.
It's time to go forward.
You know, one of the windows right up here is one of our founding members, Sydney and Charlotte Feuerstein. And when they dedicated the windows, they said to me the following. They said, Rabbi, we don't really need our name on a window, but we want that when our grandchildren in the future come to the synagogue, they should know what we stood for, what we believed in, what was important to us, what our values were. And whenever Sydney and Charlotte's grandchildren come to the synagogue, which is often, I say, what a wise couple. They're in heaven now, they're in the next world, but their kids sit here and look at their grandparents' names, and it sends a message through the generations.